standardize and sorry, there was a prompt about recording. Okay, sorry about that. So sorting basically is, in short, we have to see what is needed from what is not needed while performing a particular operation on an activity. Setting in order is setting all the equipments in proper order and removing the ones which are not needed. Nice and shiny, so that problem, if any occurs at any stage or any part of the process, is evident and clearly visible. Standardizing is following the above three steps religiously, and sustaining is basically the human resource or the labor force or the man resource, which respects and contributes to make the first 3 points happen. Now, given the workplace is organized and the maintenance of equipment has been taken care of, the most important thing is the life cycle which a particular production department uses for a particular product. In order to achieve the efficiency, we need to choose the proper production cycle for that product, which is routing, which will be discussed in the forthcoming slides. And definitely adhering to the standard operating procedures so that no faulty part or improper quality or there is a compromise with quality is done. This gives a basic layout of conventional planning system. You can see, you will notice that planning takes place in advance, which could be of master planning schedule, which could be done for anywhere from 3 months to 6 months, or even a mega plan, which is called the master production schedule for shop floor for a year. And you have the execution of it, which is done on, released on shop floor rather, on weekly, monthly basis. Planning on one hand defines the objectives which need to be attained on the shop floor or the facility, then developing a plan accordingly, resolving the short-term constraints, and scheduling the same. Once you have a plan in place, utilizing the resource, loading of machines, and accordingly the relevant departments are being notified, which for the setup, for example, the maintenance department, which needs to set up the machines accordingly for a particular product to be produced. Execution takes place on the daily basis as and when it is the start date, based on the start date and the completion date. So execution cycle takes place. We start executing the schedule for that particular day, for that particular product, or for that particular resource, machine resource. Once it starts rolling, we start collecting the production data. We analyze it in the form of daily reports. And then depending on how good the schedule was or how good it was executed practically, so to speak, on the floor, any delays or etc., any issues during the day, during the process, during the shift are accommodated in the next plan. Now, as you notice, so this planning and executions in the conventional planning used to go side by side, not as a closed loop system or a continuous feedback system. What we recently aspire for, or most companies, in order to remain competitive and have an upper hand in the market, need an advanced planning and scheduling system, meaning their time is money and we cannot afford to have downtime of machines or idle hour of human labor or anything of that sort. Every minute or every thing scheduled, because of the costing we have for a product, is based on the labor. So we need to have a continuous closed loop system in place, whereby once the schedule is released, and if any shortcomings from any of the resource, man, material, machine, money, etc., anything comes during the process, if possible, it should be taken care there and then, rather than rescheduling the whole thing or replanning the whole thing, and that throws mainly the machine on the shop floor or setup times on the shop floor out of gear. Closed loop system, when we say, or advanced planning and scheduling system, we say reflects to the enterprise resource planning, which is the ERP system. Coming to the elements of production planning, or we can say in simple words, the ingredients of production planning, basically.
Very good.
So first is planning, determining in advance what is to be done in future. This is as simple as what we do in our day-to-day life, where we have to go, what we have to do, when we have to do.
Can you knowledge about the time 10 minutes for each paper project?
Pardon me, sir?
आपको 10 मिनट दिए जाएंगे.
Okay, sir.
10 मिनट्स में आपको कंप्लीट करना है.
Okay.
वो जल्दी कंक्लूड करें आप.
Okay, sir. So we have, as I discussed, so the basic ingredients are planning, routing. Once the routing is done, we schedule it to give it a start date and an end date, and dispatch is done so that the machines and material are being loaded. Follow-up is done. Inspection is an assisted service while the production is taking place for the quality control in process, and corrective actions are taken in the closed loop form. Different types of production systems employ different types of production life cycle. Based on the type of production a particular organization is doing, they need to have a different production cycle. For example, the broad categories in short are one-off production, where the final product is humongous in nature, really big in nature. It doesn't go on an assembly line, or it doesn't go on a shop floor, or it doesn't go in a job shop, so to speak. Examples are like big ships or aircrafts, where you have the various resources near the product. Batch production system is a typical job shop where you have different types of machines aligned in particular departments. For example, drilling in one department, lathe in another department, painting in another department, and so on. They have their own relevant advantages and disadvantages based on material movement, cross-functional training, and so on. The mass production system, which the best example of these being automobiles or consumer electronics, which follows a particular line of flow, and all the processes, all the stations have different operations aligned to get the raw material transformed into the finished goods. The drawback being, if a particular operation is slow, that becomes a bottleneck, holding the other person's little bit idle. Possibility of idle.
बॅनर मला कसं लावता येईल? बॅनर आहे ना आपल्या, बॅनर पाठवलं त्याने लावता येतं का तुम्हाला?
So comes the risk associated during the production. We do have to identify risks which might come across.
Others, please mute.
We have to identify the risk, analyze the risk, evaluate the risk, prepare corrective action, monitor and review. And usually a risk rating matrix is being followed to a particular product and a particular operation or the route it goes through during manufacturing. What is the likelihood of a particular problem or limitation or issue being raised for a particular operation based on the machine and the nature of product? We categorize it from rare to almost certain, and accordingly we have a backup plan in place. Having that been said, it still remains the summary. Coming to the summary, it still remains a challenge to meet the deadlines and keeping up with the promised delivery dates. This being the nature, this is mainly portrayed because though we have best of the best state of art, whether it is ERP or whether it is latest computerized manufacturing system, it all still depends on human intervention, human entering the data. The output depends on how good the quality of data is being entered by a particular operator or particular supervisor. If you have garbage in, you're going to get garbage out because the machine is not going to understand whether you have rambled the numbers or rambled the digits. So that still remains a constant in manufacturing, day-to-day manufacturing. With 20 years I have been on noticing that still remains, because of which Industry 4 is taking shape, where machines are expected to talk to each other to a great extent, like it is happening in instrumentation system, where you have control rooms And all the operators do is just monitor what's going on where. Lack of cross-functional training is another limitation. Being pushed by demand, though we know certain things are not going to happen, still we start to please the upper management with the unrealistic plans. They are not realistic to begin with. We know it is not going to happen, but we have been pushed by time and demand. So various departments continue to work in isolation still, though they have state system, but they are still reluctant to deviate, what we can say, from their traditional ethics. They have been seasoned to the traditional procedures. They continue to be like that, though they have latest system. Being short of time, I was going to give a classic example. It's like somebody driving a cheap economical car. However, given a BMW, he still has those habits which he follows in a BMW. He can still open the window and maybe spit on the roadside. Doesn't matter to him. That's what is happening. Organizations with fully integrated ERPs in place are the ones that are impacted the most. Information systems are not updated in real time. People still take their still take their time to update it. And sometimes it hampers the real-time information and crucial decisions are not being made properly. Conclusions, there is a significant impact of production planning risk and life cycle definitely on the, as I discussed, you have to plan it properly, and the type of cycle you decide, it definitely has a significant impact. Recognition of risk is another very important factor. If you don't identify the risk associated with a process, product, or a machine on the shop floor, then again your plan is no good, because you're not prepared for the risk or a fire that might arise, an accident might happen, what we call. Lack of information resulting in functional disruptions. Some businesses don't follow the formal risk management processes at all. They have a plan in place, everything is hunky-dory, but still it is not being respected. Still many eyes are off it, and so on. Use of fully integrated enterprise resource ERP system is strongly recommended. Many businesses are still working on wall barrier structure. They have legacy system, they don't have integrated systems, and having an ERP in place, training the staff appropriately, raising their knowledge level, raising their awareness about the automation, raising the awareness and about seriousness about the information we feed in the computer would definitely help. But the first step would be to convert traditionally to ERP and then towards the Industry 4. Thank you very much for your time, and that is about my production plan. Hello? Hello? Hello?